This is my cabinet for mechanics tools. I tried to get a good appearance. Baltic birch plywood, Purple Heart pulls. It has retracting casters, more about that later. The upper cabinet, separate from the lower. I can take the upper cabinet in the trunk of the car, go over to my camper. The upper cabinet contains sockets and wrenches, the most frequently used tools. Imperial and metric sockets, wrenches. On this upper tray I have combination metric wrench set, a combination imperial wrench set, and these wrench holders I picked up at the auto parts store. The upper tray has got some ledges to hold the trays from sliding. Then in the sockets and all the drivers for the socket sets. The back row of sockets are the tall sockets, and the cabinet is designed so this tray comes down but doesn't extend all the way to the back of the cabinet. Let's have a look at the lid and the tray linkage arrangement. The lid is carried on two linkages, a long strap, a long straight strap, and a little dogleg linkage, which is actually a corner bracket that you pick up at the hardware store. And those two linkages allow the lid to fold down behind the cabinet. The tray, this wrench tray, is carried on a pair of linkages, straight strap linkages, and it's attached to the underside of the lid with a piano hinge. This tray extends back to about this point, so it leaves space for the tall sockets to stand up behind it. On each end of the cabinet I have a tray. Pull out a locking handle, and this locking pin, the tray pulls out, becomes the storage place for the parts or tools. And there's one on each end. And when the locking pin is pushed in, I can use it as a handle to move the cabinet around. In the lower cabinet, 6 drawers, and in full extension roller glides. The upper drawer is screwdrivers and files with dividers for the different types of files, screwdrivers. Second drawer, pliers, again full extension. And in the second drawer I put in lucite shelves with dividers to hold each of the individual pliers type tools. And I got a couple of big ones in the back. Hammers, cold chisels, and punches. Measuring tools, torque wrenches, electrical test. And a catch-all drawer for heavy wrenches, filter wrenches, wire brushes, things like that. At the very bottom, between the cavities for the casters, I have a drawer for my impact wrench and impact sockets. The other unique feature of this cabinet, of course, is the retracting casters. And I'm going to interrupt the movie here for a minute and just remove this back panel, and we'll have a look at the system for extending and retracting the casters. Okay, I've removed about 20 screws. Take off this back panel. Attached to the handle in the front is a rock shaft, a short arm, and a push rod that goes down and acts on the inner end of arms that are connected to the plates that carry the casters. With casters retracted, these arms come up, the plates that carry the casters are up, and the cabinet sitting on its sides. Rotate the handle, and the push rod goes down, rotates the support plates down so they're approximately flat, and jacks the cabinet off. You might be able to just see the dowel by which these caster plates pivot on. Okay, here's the casters, 3 on each side, and the arm by which the casters are down, put down, and the cabinet is jacked up. Here's the dowel that the cabinet is jacked up by. Casters are good quality casters, very hard material, and they have double row ball bearings between the fork and mounting plate, and also another second row of ball bearings between the retaining washer and the fork of the caster. So they swivel nicely under load, and they don't tend to flatten under heavy load. The cabinet weighs about 200 kilograms, almost 450 pounds. So it needs good durable casters to support it. The cabinet's made out of 18 millimeter Baltic birch plywood, often sold as 3/4, and the drawers and the top chest are made of the 12 millimeter Baltic birch plywood, often sold as 1/2 inch. Good set of tools are important if you're going to do any automotive work, and we've adopted a policy of keeping our cars for 10 years. Buy them at the end of the model year, get fewer defects, get deep discounts, and keep them for 10 years. And our annual cost of owning a car is held down to a fairly reasonable amount. But after the warranty is expired, I do most of my own maintenance and repair work on the cars. It's getting easier, actually. There's a tremendous amount of help on the internet for doing car repairs. And my local auto parts store will put a fault code reader on my car for free and retrieve fault codes. Even our local public library has an online repair manual written for laymen. And it's doing work on cars now is really quite enjoyable, and a good way to save a little bit of money. Anyway, this is my mechanics tool cabinet. I hope you enjoyed the video on it. Thanks for watching.